I think that graphic realization of traumatic experience that has real things in it like knives and saws and axes and you know, all things that can physically do one harm, that's not unique, and I'm not sure that I would call it expressionistic. I would just call it very, very realistic. I think the third song is graphically realizable. It's just interesting to me that as graphically poignant as that song is, in its knife that is ripping my heart out, there's also that phenomenal hallucinatory realization at the end where I see her as, you know, anything blonde in the field going by, I project as her. The stars start talking to me, you know, and all. The only answer to all of this madness, which is essentially, madness is essentially not being able to differentiate between reality and metaphor. And his only answer is to scream and say, I'd rather be dead. And that's the end of the song. And out of that, he starts his journey. Die zwei blauen Augen von meinem Schatz. Bom, bom, bom. I mean, that's just a dirge, you know. The point is not to let it get too slow, because it becomes all about. It isn't about that. It's I have been sent off on a journey that I have no answer for. The journey of maturity is something that is very frightening. I think that's what Winterreise is about. I don't think Winterreise is about dying. I think it's about the death of naivety. We need to be very careful about what we do with this idea of death. With Mahler, death is never a cul-de-sac. It is never, as we say in German, a Sackgasse. Death is a transcendence, and death is another reality from the one that one is living in. In fact, one can have a very strong reality, even to the point of perhaps provocatively saying one can be dead and alive at the same time. And I think this is a fascinating idea that Mahler carries in a lot of his songs, and especially death of emotions, or death of ages, or death of childhood, death of immaturity. You know, the bearing of and becoming mature, which the end of that road can be cynicism. There must be a certain death of idealism, or you take your idealism with you despite everything of reality very strongly into what would be then death. I mean, all of these gradations of emotions and realizations, I think, are very much part of Mahler's songs. And the fourth song, it's astounding how complete that kind of metaphor is. As early as that song is, probably 1883 is when he's written